Alora.
What are you doing? We're supposed to be hosting right now.
Sorry, I was in a science lab and I just realized our whole lives is like a sitcom.
Hanging out in Studio B. We're editing with every team. There's so much to do, like talk to Sue. We're all stressed out. We're all stressed out. Hello, Second Edition.
Welcome to Second Edition. I'm Natasha Bruin.
And I'm Alora Paulson. Coming up this week on Second Edition, we have Alexis Dixon and Brent McPhee with news.
And Sean Harmon with the latest in sports.
I'll be taking you down to Ernest, where I'm going to cook something awesome.
All that and more on this week's Second Edition.
Coming up today in news, 4 Edmontonians make an app that wins big. NAIT students learn the importance of calcium, and dogs are helping out in any way they can.
Welcome to Second Edition. You may want to rethink where you park around NAIT.
Illegal parking has become a rising problem around the campus. Students are finding themselves frustrated with the application process to get a parking pass.
To get your parking pass is a huge pain at NAIT. The application process is stupid, and it's really hard to get a parking pass.
With NAIT's parking capacity currently full, students are having a hard time finding legal parking spots.
Well, when they don't have parking, then you got to find somewhere else to park, and usually that's illegally, so.
A NAIT instructor explains what he tells his students when they are frustrated with finding parking.
Them to find as good a spot as they can, try to come early, and if necessary, park in a 2-hour spot and move it every 2 hours.
Man's best friend is never more so than when providing assistance to those in need, and a local charity helps do just that. Dogs with Wings provides guide and assistance dogs to Albertans with disabilities. During an intensive 2-year training program, the dogs are first exposed to situations and challenges they may face daily when out in the community. Later on, they are matched with a specific client and trained further so that their skills will enable them to assist that person with his or her individual needs. Dogs with Wings has a lengthy client base, and this requires a large commitment from the organization.
We have dogs coming and going, we have trainers coming and going, volunteers coming in to help with what we do.
If you would like more information or to volunteer, visit dogswithwings.ca.
4 Edmontonians won $25,000 for conquering the Great Canadian Apathon. The team had 48 hours to create a unique mobile game for Microsoft Corporation's Windows Phone 7 platform.
The contest was 48 hours. We slept 6 hours each day, so we've probably spent around 30 hours each making the total 30 hours for people to make the game, and that was the overall development time of the game.
Parker's team's game is called Super Punch, and the game allows the player to control the final blows a superhero would give to his arch nemesis. The team is planning on using the money they won to open a studio.
The change of season brings with it consumer trade shows, and Edmontonians were treated to the 6th annual Log and Cottage Show at the Edmonton Expo Centre on the weekend. Western Canada's unique culture was on full display, as such things as state-of-the-art log cabins, handcrafted wooden art, and even furniture made from elk antlers were more than enough to captivate visitors. Many were there just to look, but some Edmontonians had more definite plans in mind.
We live in the city, yeah, but eventually we'd like to build somewhere else.
The idea of living a simpler life has a certain appeal, and with energy prices in the province expected to continue to rise, many homeowners were keen to look at emerging power alternatives.
You know, everyone wants the country feel, the log feel, the timber frame feel, back to nature type thing, and this is right along with it, because when you're off-grid, you are actually living with Mother Nature.
The Log and Cottage Show is the largest of its kind in Western Canada.
NAIT's Bone and Back Health Week has begun, and occupational health and safety nurses are getting the word out on how to maintain healthy backs and bones. Bone health is important to men and women of all ages, and OHS is promoting calcium supplements and stretches to keep you healthy.
A lot of students are lactose intolerant or they're not drinking enough milk, so we have calcium supplements. We have handouts here so they know how much they should be intaking per day. And also there's a lot of trade students here at the campus, and they're doing a lot of heavy lifting and stuff like that, so we have a whole bunch of handouts on exercises and stuff they can do to keep their back healthy.
To learn more about bone and back health, visit healthandbone.ca.
Well, Sean, the Rush played an important game against a division rival.
That's right, Brent. The Rush took on the Colorado Mammoth this weekend. I got that and more coming up in sports. The Edmonton Rush had a simple task: win, and they're in the playoffs. But the Colorado Mammoth had other plans in store for their Western Conference rivals. The two teams faced off Saturday night at Rexall Place.
Colorado able to strike first when Brian Langtree spins to the net and notches his 11th goal of the year. 4 minutes later, the Rush are finally on the board when Corey Small beats goalie Chris Levis to tie the game. The game doesn't stay tied for long as Ilija Gajic feeds a streaky Nick Carlson, who easily puts it past Matt Disher. On to the second quarter with the Rush down 5-2, Ryan Ward gets free of his man and blasted in the goal to bring Edmonton within 2. Later in the quarter, Langtree would score once again with a sick little behind the back shot. Colorado would be up 7-4 after the first half. The Mammoth would start the third quarter the way they finished the second when Ryan Grant puts them up by 4. The Rush would never be able to get back into the game, losing the all-important contest 13-6.
When most people think of foosball, they think of a friendly competition with their buddies. But people at the second annual Provincial Foosball Open are taking it to a whole new level. The tournament is expecting over 100 competitors ranging in all ages and includes professionals from all across North America. The categories available are beginner, draw your partner, doubles, singles, and all of which are available for men and women.
We're running a lot of different events. We have some really beginner-friendly events for people that are just showing up for their first time into a foosball tournament, right through open events, which include some of the top pros.
Anyone is allowed to join in. Just head down to West Edmonton Mall and pay the $10 to $50 entry fee. $600 will be awarded to first place in the singles event and $1,000 in the doubles. The tournament will run from 7 p.m. on Thursday, April 13th to Sunday, April 17th at 5 p.m. For more information on upcoming tournaments, head to edmontonfoosball.com. The Los Angeles Lakers took on the San Antonio Spurs in what many thought as a preview to the Western Conference Finals. But ideas of seeing that early matchup were doused when Spurs coach Greg Popovich decided to rest his version of the Big Three in Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker.
Things don't start off well for the Lakers as frequently hurt center Andrew Bynum steps on DeJuan Blair's foot and hurts his already injured knee in the process. It looks ugly, but don't worry, Laker fans, he will be back in time for the playoffs. Now time winding down in the second quarter when the Red Rocket wets the triple to tie the game going into the half. Kobe Bryant would lose it in the third quarter after getting called on an offensive foul. He would say some not so nice things to the ref and receive his 15th technical foul. Lakers would be up by 6 after 3. On to the fourth quarter, Kobe walks the walk as he hits the tray. Lakers shall finally get back on track, snapping their 5-game losing streak just in time for the playoffs.
Edmonton sports fans have been treated to a lot of winning in the past, but even the great Oilers and the Eskimo teams have nothing on the Harlem Globetrotters. The world-renowned basketball team brought their talents to the Edmonton Event Center over the weekend. The team, led by Nate Big Easy Lofton, has won over 13,000 games and had fans glued to their seats as they pulled off amazing passes, out-of-this-world shooting, and jaw-dropping dunks. The Globetrotters, however, have moved further into the comedic side of basketball by constantly tormenting the referees and playing tricks on their habitual doormat, the Washington Generals. After Edmonton, the Harlem Globetrotters will finish up their North American tour in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And that's it for sports.
Did you know? One of the first successful sitcoms was I Love Lucy, all the way back in the 50s. Its star, Lucille Ball, was nominated for 13 Emmys and won 4 of them. The show was so popular that diehard fans could even buy living room and bedroom furniture patterned after the furniture used on the show. Fast forward 4 decades, and the show Friends has made its way into the Sitcom Hall of Fame with a staggering 52.5 million people tuning in to watch the series finale in 2004. Stars from the show, like Matt LeBlanc, went from having $11 in their pockets to making a jaw-dropping $1 million per episode in the last 2 seasons. The Big Bang Theory is the latest sitcom to leave its mark, with a loyal band of nerd followers. Did you know that the character of Penny was originally supposed to be a more cynical, hard drinker, streetwise girl who worked at a makeup salon? Well, now you know facts about TV sitcoms. Laura, why are we doing stand-up? We're not comedians.
Tasha, I don't know. Wasn't it supposed to be like the reporter's job? You know, Spencer Payne?
Well, where is he?
I don't know. I heard he was like out doing research or something. But you're the funny one, so you go out there. Go get him. You'll be great. You'll be good.
So how about that right in?
Okay.
Q-tips. Why are they called Q-tips? They're not Q's and they're not tips.
Tasha.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome down to the comic strip.
So what does it take to be a stand-up comedian? Kent Tilley is a local amateur comedian competing in the comic strip's Funniest Person with a Day Job competition this year. He is one funny guy who knows how to tell a joke.
Yeah, everything's fine in here, honey. Just exfoliating my feet right now. It's like, actually, it's exfoliating.
To be original, though, in today's world of comedy is tough, and Kent explains how he comes up with his own material.
And now I try and get it from somewhere that's something I've done or seen or whatever, but I mean, you've got to make up some stuff to make it funnier in the end.
So I guess that would be step 1 in surviving the comedy world. Take your own experiences and make them relatable to others. Second would probably be always writing new stuff, and don't be afraid to change your material.
But I mean, I write jokes all the time and try them, and if people don't like them, even though I do, I'll get rid of it.
Finally, don't be afraid to go out to amateur night and give your stuff a shot.
So I thought about it for like 8 years or something before I tried it. And I mean, I was just too scared and I wanted to have like a perfect set in my head and I never had it. And you won't have it the first time.
Next time you decide to step behind the microphone, you'll know how to survive this. Spencer Payne, 2nd edition.
Hey Laura. Hi. Doesn't this place remind you of the show Friends where they always hung out in a coffee shop?
No.
The point is, I have a song for you.
Oh.
Okay. Here goes nothing. Smelly cat, what are they feeding you?
Coffee, ladies?
Thanks.
Gunther?
No, it's Mike.
Oh.
Okay, Natasha, that's not Gunther. This isn't a sitcom, and we need to get the show moving. So we're gonna go on a commercial break, and we'll see you guys after. I have a surprise for you.
What are you doing? You're wasting the beer.
Every little bit matters.
Big Rock. Don't waste a drop.
Time goes by.
NR92 makes time go by faster. Streaming online 24/7.
NR92, the station for the students.
Big Rock. It just works.
What if you were the DJ? What kind of music would you play?
At NR92, it's your music, your way. NR92, the station for the students.
Oh my goodness, this place is the cutest. I can totally picture Lane and Seinfeld eating in there.
That smells so good. I'm so hungry. Tasha, did you not get me anything?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want something? Forgive me. Did you just hear that?
What?
You didn't hear a laugh track.
Tasha, you are losing it.
Just jealous. Besides, you're hosting Ernest anyways. Just grab something there.
Fine. I'll get something better to eat at Ernest, and I'll see you guys there. Welcome to Cooking with Ernest. I'm Alora Paulson, and I'm joined today with Chef Sheldon Polowick. And I know as a student, I'm always looking for quick and easy meal solutions. So today, Sheldon is going to show me how to do a stir fry.
Yes, today I'm going to make a peppered beef stir fry.
Perfect. So what is the first thing we're going to do?
I have some beef in here, some beef strips, red peppers, red onions, and some teriyaki and oyster sauce.
Awesome. So for the teriyaki and oyster sauce, did you make that here? Is that something I can make at home?
It's just store made, and I mixed them about 50-50.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm going to start by throwing the beef in here.
All right, and what did you add to the pan before the beef, sorry?
I just added some oil.
And what kind of oil were you using?
I'm using canola oil today. I like to use canola oil for its high smoke point.
Is it healthier? Are there healthier solutions if I'm looking for?
Yeah, canola oil is actually a pretty healthy solution. It's low in cholesterol. It actually has omega-3 and omega-6 in there.
All right. And so I noticed you added peppers. Are those just regular red peppers? Are we adding something
Yeah,
spicy?
they're just sweet red peppers.
Okay, perfect.
I just add some salt and pepper, and then I'm going to flambe it with some vodka.
So what kind of vodka are you using? I noticed we've got some things floating around in there.
Yeah, it's just regular vodka, and I put a couple Thai bird chilies in there for
Okay.
some spice.
And I noticed this meat is cooking pretty quick, so is it like 2-minute cook time?
About 4 or 5 minutes it takes.
Awesome.
Flambe.
And what would be some safety tips that you could give our viewers for the flambe? Because we are working with fire. So.
If you have an open flame, you always want to add your alcohol off of your stove. So, just going to finish this up here.
How much did you add?
I added about 1/4 cup.
Okay, perfect. And the oyster sauce goes in last?
Yeah.
Great. So today, are we just going to serve this over rice or just as is?
Just as is today.
What are some other ways you could serve it? Can you do pasta?
You could do pasta or rice.
Great. Well, thank you very much for all of your tips. I know that I learned a lot that I can use in my own kitchen.
Hey, can I get the chicken noodle, but with the noodles on the side, please?
No soup for you. Next.
What? Why? This is just like Seinfeld. Life really is like a sitcom, like Natasha said. I saw this on Seinfeld.com just yesterday. Seinfeld.com is a fun, interactive website loaded with cool features. They even have previews for every episode. To see the Soup Nazi preview, click on the Explore the DVD tab at the top of the page. Go to Season 7 and scroll through the episodes until you find the Soup Nazi.
You want bread?
Yes, please.
No soup for you! The Soup Nazi.
The site also has an interactive map that shows the different locations in New York where Seinfeld took place. Just click on one of the Seinfeld icons and a clip and description pops up, like Elaine's apartment.
Writing a sitcom?
The site also includes games like trivia and video puzzle. You can even take a 360-degree tour of production sets like Mark's Diner. Pretty cool website for a show about nothing.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to wiggle my nose like Samantha from Bewitched.
That's nothing. Look at what I can do.
Bewitched is about movie star Jack Wyatt attempting to revive his dying career with a remake of the popular 60s sitcom Bewitched. He demands an unknown actress to play the part of Samantha in order to ensure his success by being the biggest star in the show. After weeks of searching, Jack finds Isabel, who is more perfect for the part than Jack could ever imagine.
Come and show everyone what you look like when you...
What?
Wiggle your nose.
Isabel is a real witch who is sick and tired of her lifestyle and doesn't want to be a witch anymore. All Isabel wants is to be normal. She swears off of magic and accepts the role to be Jack's TV wife.
I am through with just snapping my fingers and getting my way.
No breakfast after 11?
Oh. My absolutely last thing.
Isabel begins to fall for Jack despite her father's advice. She decides that it's time to share her secret with Jack, and he doesn't take it very well.
There's something I need to tell you. I'm a witch.
The cameos in this movie are endless. Stephen Colbert, Conan O'Brien, and Steve Carell, just to name a few.
Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell deliver strong performances, and the movie kept me laughing most of the way through. We give this movie 4.5 broomsticks out of 5.
That was a really good movie.
Actually, it was pretty good. I guess you picked a good one. But unfortunately, this is the end of the show, so thank you so much for watching Second Edition.
I'll admit, I guess life isn't a sitcom.
No. And we will see you guys next.
Excuse me, ladies. Did I do that?
Was that Steve Urkel?